This is a sample podcast for potentially more. What we're going to talk about here today is taking historical data that we can get. We have 11 years worth of history on the portal, and we can harvest this data to look for new hosts or new hosts that we haven't used in a while. Um, what we could do is we could take and look at all of the history that we've had and look at it year by year. And if you look at this chart, it's a graph, it's very busy, but it's pretty simple to understand. At the top of each of the stacks are the completed courses in the current year. And as you can see, those are doing well, and we are having a good year. And in the next level of each stack are the courses that had hosts the prior year, but haven't yet had scheduled one this year. Remember, these are completed courses because some still could be scheduled later this year. But as you go down the stack, you could see that there's quite a number of hosts that haven't been used and haven't been used and haven't been used and haven't been used. And really, for some of the very busy zones, they've been really only used about 10% of their potential. Um, Especially when you look down where you see that blue area, the second blue area, the thick one. That was really, if you look, that was 2021. That was the year before COVID when things were very busy, and we've been recovering from that. But what this proposes to do is to take and use this information to look at a list of the what those courses are, the course hosts are, and a report we can put out this, and this is the list of all of those hosts in alphabetical order for each of the zones for each year. So someone who is looking for new hosts to pursue for planning new courses, you could look back in this. And of course, there are some that are probably closed and renamed, and maybe they're now with competition. But certainly, there are some that could be potential. And this is just the high level look at the list of the courses. The other thing it allows us to do is look a little deeper, where we can actually look into the history of each of all of this information um, to see that what detail is available. And let me just bring this a little in closer because we can take a look at each one of these uh, locations here now as we get a little bigger, and we can see how many for each year. You can see here's the last year that we were at this location. It was 219 for this particular one, but we can see the name, we can see the contact information that's stored on the portal, if any, and we can see the name of the last instructor that taught there, if that's available, if they did have, if that's available. So you can see this information could be very helpful. And by picking these now are in order by the second report is in order by district, and then sorted by a town name within district. So if we have a instructor in certain area looking for an opportunity, we can use that to develop that information. And it's kind of a neat thing, and it's pretty simple tools for our first podcast. So thank you for watching. Hopefully that some of this could be helpful to you in your the growth of your businesses.